folks, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Current blog post I want to share with you, of course, for you the latest in social media and technology. This is the new HTC First, the Facebook phone, if you will. This is basically a phone that HTC has made very strongly with the Facebook skin in it. You can still disable it and turn it into a normal Android phone, but for the most part, it's very heavy. All of its notifications, if you're running the Facebook Home, come through Facebook Home, and it's pretty cool and interesting. I think I like it. It's a cute little wonderful phone. It's great for probably the young Facebook crowd or young Facebook up-and-comers, if you will. It's great for teenagers or young people. If I had kids, I would definitely give them this phone. This is from AT&T, our friends at amzn.to. Thanks to them for sharing the phone with us and giving us a chance to review it. And you can see here, it's of course booting up for us right now to give us some insight as to how it works. Now, if you've been able to install HTC Home on one of your devices, right now there are only a number of limited devices that you can put them on, but if you've got a chance to put them on your device, you've noticed that only Facebook notifications show up here on the home screen. Now, with the Facebook Home phone, the notifications for like my Gmail, my Google Now show up just like other notifications that come for Facebook. Very cool. Okay, so let's talk about some of the features of the phone. Like I said, I'm very impressed with it. It's got great ergonomic handling. Feels really comfortable in the in holding the phone. It kind of reminds me of the old iPhone 3GSs and the 3Gs with that curved, very comfortable screen and back. And of course, this is a very vibrant, beautiful screen. I like the phone. It's not the greatest, fastest phone that's out there on the market right now, but it definitely does the job, and it's inexpensive, so it definitely can fit the price line of someone who wants a good little starter phone, maybe for their young children, teenagers, etc., etc. You don't want an expensive phone, maybe they'll break or have stolen. This is a great little phone, and especially if you're Facebook centric and you love Facebook, you love Instagram, this is a great phone for that. So let's go through the specs and details of the phone so you get an idea as to what's in here. You can, of course, get it from AT&T.com, the HTC First, if you will. And it is 4.96 inches in height, 2.56 inches in width, and 0.35 inches in thickness. Very thin. It's 4.34 ounces in weight. And it's got a super LCD capacitive touchscreen, 16 million colors. It's 720 by 1280 pixels, 4.3 inch screen with 342 ppi pixel density. It looks really good, 720p screen. It's got the Facebook Home UI on here. You can disable it and it will go back to a normal UI for Android, kind of a basic one that they have on here. The memory is 16 gigabytes, 1 gigabyte of RAM. There's no micro SD slot, expandable memory, no removable back battery. It's all sealed up into one place. The camera is only a 5 megapixel. It does a fairly good job. And the video is 1080p, 30 frames per second, so you can't beat that. And the front-facing camera is 1.6 megapixels. Well, this isn't too bad. The Android OS is 4.1 Jelly Bean. It's got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chipset on it with a dual-core 1.4 gigahertz crowd. So 1.4 gigahertz crowd, that's, fairly decent for a phone at its price point. It's got a 2,000 milliamp hour battery, which is really good at keeping your battery life going. And you should be able to do a lot with that sort of thing when it comes to staying up and online. It's a beautiful little device. I have a white one. There's also, I believe, there's also a black one, and I'm not sure if there's other colors, but the white is pretty cool. The black's pretty cool too. Beautiful screen to them, and of course you can easily get into apps if you want to. If you want to create widgets and other things, you can also do that there. You can only do the widgets, though, from as far as I've been able to figure out, if you are not running the Facebook Home UI. You have to default yourself out of the Facebook Home and go to the Android UI. It's not that hard to do, and you can set it up that way if you so choose. It's not the fastest phone. In Geekbench 2 tests, we've come in about 1,000 to 1,100 on the speed tests. Phones that are coming out right now are in the 27 to 3,000. I think the Galaxy S4 is going to be 3,000 roughly. The new HTC One is about 2,700. But the price point on this phone is you're not buying a top-of-line phone, and you're buying just a phone that's great for, like I say, just your everyday use of Facebook, maybe young teenagers, young kids, etc., young college students that you're worried about dropping, smashing, or killing a very expensive phone. This makes a great little phone for them. It's a great little entry product phone, if you would. And that's probably where Facebook is very brilliant at coming out with this phone, is because they can capture that young audience that can afford a phone like this and make it want to work for them. So let's take a look at it. You've got your front-facing camera over here. You've got some simple buttons, a home button, and kind of a menu button here, if you will, and then a back button. These are, of course, not really buttons. They're capacitive touchscreen buttons. And you can see here the case kind of loops around. It's a very simple case. It's very comfortable and easy to hold. I actually enjoy holding it and working with it. I think it's a neat little phone. It's got the camera right here. You got your flash, the HTC logo here. I didn't notice whether or not this has Beats on it, and usually the Beats logo is on the back for the HTC. It's interesting if they didn't put the Beats on it. You can see it's got a nice curve back to it. You've got your volume rocker on the left. You've got your speaker on the bottom. You've got your SIM card tray on the right, and also your micro USB plug-in, and then also you have your power button at the top and your microphone and hole and your earphone jack. So very simple back to it. It's very smooth, sleek, and easy to utilize. Nothing really complicated here with the device, and it does. I mean, when it comes to speed, you don't notice it's too slow. It does have a long boot up time, as you may have noticed. But once it's used up and stuff, it does fairly well. Let's take a look at some of the speed tests that we've done on it. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we normally be getting a score anywhere between like 1,000, 1,100, up into 1,200 with the Geekbench 2 score. Funny enough, once we decided to do the recording, we came up with 1,351, so that's very good. So it's tending to wander within those ranges depending upon how much is going on in the back of the phone. It's kind of interesting. We actually have more apps and more notifications going on in the back than ever, and that's the score we're getting. So that's cool. That 1,351 is a great score. To give you an example, the iPhone 5 comes out at 1,500 Geekbench score, so this is a pretty darn good, fast little phone. You do notice that it's slow in places. I got to admit to you, downloading stuff and things like that, it's a lot slower than some of the fastest phones that are out now. Let's put it that way. It's not slow as in the point of going, oh my God, this thing will never move. Although there are some moments when you're downloading and turning it on that it takes a little bit of a while. It's got a 1.4 gigahertz, one processor, 2 cores in it, not 4 cores like most of the phones that are out nowadays. So we'll page down here through the numbers. The great thing about the apps we're going to show you today is that they're mostly free. You can download them off the App Store, and you can compare your phone that you have now with the phone that is here, the HTC First. Gaming-wise and visually, for videos or TV that you want to watch on it, TV that you can download off to cbs.com, etc., etc. It's got great screen to take and watch. A little small, but it works. It's got a great speaker on it, so you can get great sound out of it also. Here we can see the amzn.to benchmark score with version 3.3. Came in at 11,456 is the score, and you can see some of the detailed RAM, CPU integers, CPU float points, etc., on here. Here you can see we're using the CF Bench Pro version 1.2, and let's page down and see. You can see some of the numbers of how this bookmarked out at. or benchmark data, I should say. Overall score 7,994, and you can see it came kind of in the middle here, below the HTC One X and the S3, according to these scores. Okay, so here we have the quadrant standard test. You can see the device is performing with a score of 5896. It's actually above the HTC One X in this case, which is pretty interesting to take and find. In the Vlamo benchmarking test that we did with it, you can see the scores came in at 2,211 against 587 in metal. So this will do the Sun Spider tests and whole mess of tests that go into this. Camera-wise on the HTC First, it's got a pretty good little camera on it, especially from 5 megapixels. I'm actually very impressed with it. It doesn't take the greatest photos of all time, but it takes good, clear, sharp images. It survives fairly well in low light. You can see here we use the flash in this shot. The video does a pretty good job. It's 1080p, so it's going to get good video, and it seems to do well with light and low light and everything else. So let's see if we can't page to the next one. See what I'm doing wrong here. There we go. Okay, here's a really dark video we took in complete darkness. Does a fairly good job. I mean, the lamp isn't super bright, but it's fairly bright enough. It's not too low where you're not picking up anything. So still a good job here. You can see here's a low light, or complete darkness flash, I should say. We got a moving object with the dog, so it's a little hard to get complete focus on it, but you can see everything else came in focus in the room. Not a super bright flash, but it did the trick. Here's a really good photo that I got of my other dog outside, and you can see the greens and reds are coming through really nicely. Great, sharp, beautiful photo that I wouldn't be able to tell this is a 5 megapixel photo. I'd think it was maybe an 8. I can't really tell from looking at most photos, but it's a good photo and a good camera operating system that they've got in here. So definitely not a bad phone in any way, shape, or form. It's got a fairly simple format. You've got your video and your camera here, and you actually have some panorama stuff that you can take and do. You've got a small zoom. You can, of course, adjust some stuff like you can in most Android phones. A white balance in and out with the exposure. You've got your flash adjustments here. You've got different screen modes you can take and utilize, and you've got store locations. Just some very simple things you can do on the camera, and it does a good job. It's a nice little camera. It's got a pretty quick shutter speed, and will get the job done for you. Now, all in all, I really like the Facebook home experience. It's so easy to take and just like something, or if I want to leave a comment, I can easily do it. I love paging through the videos, or the pictures, I should say, and deciding what I like. I spend more time liking stuff and being on Facebook than ever before. And you can, of course, one thing you want to watch out for is your data usage on here, because it downloads this stuff. You can choose in the settings to get high quality photos downloaded, medium, or low. So you may want to take a look at that and keep an eye on how much data you're consuming with the Facebook Home product. But I really like it. I've been very impressed with it. I spend more time interacting with Facebook than ever before, and also getting to know my friends much better and seeing what they're talking about, liking their stuff, and supporting them in sharing their data. So it's very cool. I really like it. It's got a pretty good menu when it comes to your drop-down notifications. Not a lot of settings buttons that you would get with Samsung, but you can easily get into settings by tapping at the top. Pretty simple, basic, easy sort of settings menu, if you will. It's not too feature rich, but you're buying a very kind of low-end phone, although I think it's a great phone. All in all, I really like this phone. It's a wonderful phone. It's not the greatest phone that there's ever been made, or the hottest, fastest, speediest phone that's out there, but I love the compactness of it, the simpleness of it, and it's a good little phone. It feels comfortable in my hand. I can get away with what I need to do. Certainly if I had kids all the way up to college student level, this would be a great starter phone that I would get for them and feel very comfortable doing so. It's at the price point that it needs to be. And, like I said, it's not the greatest camera, it's not the greatest, fastest phone and everything else, but I think it's a good little phone. I actually really like it. I kind of enjoy using it. There's something kind of fun and simple about it. Maybe that's what's so enjoyable about it. Instead of being this giant, complicated, massive phone that has all these features, it's just a great little plain old phone. And that's kind of what makes it fun, which the people at certain age levels will probably enjoy. Thanks for coming by the Chris Voss Show.com. Be sure to check back often. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. The AT&T, tell them Chris Voss sent you at AT&T.com, and pick out a phone that you like. And maybe you'll like this one or some of the other ones we review on the Chris Voss Show.com. Be sure to give us a like. Check back often.